you ever notice how the same word can sound slightly different depending on whether it is spoken by a British or an American speaker? That difference often comes down to stress and rhythm, two key features of spoken English. Now, let us look at what is stress. Stress is the emphasis we place on one syllable in a word. That syllables becomes louder, longer, or higher in pitch. So for example, in British English, this word is pronounced as advert, advert. And in American English, it is pronounced as advert, advert. Do note that stress patterns can change meaning. So for instance, this word is pronounced as record, record, if it is a noun, and it is pronounced as record, record, if it is a verb. So, can anyone think of another word where stress changes the meaning? Next, let us look at what is rhythm. Rhythm is the overall pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in speech. British rhythm often described as more clear or concise, and American rhythm feels more drawn out, especially because Americans give more weight to secondary stress. So, for example, in British, this word is pronounced as secretary, secretary, where you swallow the last syllable. And in American, this word is pronounced secretary, secretary, where you put clearer emphasis on the airy ending. Now, let us look at the key differences between British and American English. The first key difference is primary stress position. On one hand, British English often stresses the first syllable of French origin words. On the other hand, American English tends to stress the last syllable. So for example, this word is pronounced as garage, garage in British, and in American, it's pronounced as garage, garage. The next key difference is secondary stress. On one hand, American English gives more weight to suffixes like "ary" or "ori". On the other hand, British English often reduces or swallows these syllables. So for example, in British, this word is pronounced as laboratory, laboratory, where the ending is reduced. In American, this word is pronounced as laboratory, laboratory, where the ending is clearer. So, stress tells us which syllables get the spotlight, while rhythm shapes the music of the language. Together, they explain why British and American English can sound so different even when the words are the same.
Now let's move on to stage 2, which is data analysis. The first word is car. British pronounced as car, meanwhile American pronounced as car. British has a long vowel with no R sound, meanwhile American is shortic with a colored vowel. Next word is bath. British pronounced as bath, meanwhile American pronounced as bath. British uses a long open back vowel, meanwhile American uses a short front vowel. Next is butter. British pronounced as butter, meanwhile American pronounced as butter. American uses an alveolar flap for the t and rhotic ending, meanwhile British use crisp. Next is tune. British pronounced as tune, meanwhile American pronounced as tune. It British includes a year sound, meanwhile American often drop the year. The last word is bird. British pronounced as bird, meanwhile American pronounced as bird. British uses a long mid-central vowel, meanwhile American uses a rhoticized mid-central vowel. Next, let's move on to stage 3, which is additional example. The first one is mobile. British pronounced as mobile, meanwhile American pronounced as mobile. American reduce the vowel, meanwhile American increase the sound of the vowel. Next is ballet. British pronounced as ballet, American pronounced as ballet. The last one is address. British pronounced as address and American pronounced as address. American often stresses the first syllable for the noun.
Now, for the stage 4, I'm going to explain stress and rhythm differences between British and American English. So first of all, what is stress and rhythm? Stress refers to the syllable in a word that is pronounced louder and stronger, while rhythm is the pattern or flow of speech, how stressed and unstressed syllables are arranged. Okay, next, I will be giving 3 examples of stress and rhythm. The first word is butter. So in British, we pronounce it as butter, butter. While in American, it is pronounced as butter, butter. The second word choice is tune. So in British, it pronounced as June, June. While in American, it is pronounced as tune, tune. So now, let's move on to the short activity. So, we will be saying a word and you should clap on the stressed syllable. Ready? The first word is banana. So, banana. And then the second word is adult. In British, it is adult, adult. While in American, adult, adult. Now, we will demonstrate a short sentence in both accents. So for example, we park the car after the dance. So in British, it pronounced clearly with strong stress. We park the car after the dance. While in American, it is smoother and more connected. We park the car at the dance. So in conclusion, stress and rhythm affects how natural speech sounds.
Today, I will explain the difference between British English and American English pronunciation. Let's look at this sentence. The secretary left an advertisement in the garage. In British English, the speech sounds more short and clear. The R sound is often not pronounced. The word secretary is shortened and garage is stressed at the front. Garage, garage. In addition, in American English, the speech sounds smoother and more connected. The R sound is clearly pronounced. The word secretary is said fully and garage is stressed at the back. Garage, garage. So, in conclusion, British English is more short and clipped, while American English is smoother and more flowing. Understanding these differences help us speak and listen more clearly. Thank you.